Las Vegas, where they literally have slot machines in baggage claim. We're not going to stop there. We're going to go to our ride. It's going to be a fun few days. But don't worry, 49ers thoughts are going to keep on rolling in, including this one. 2 Clemson defensive linemen for the 49ers signed on over the past few days. Clelin Ferrell a few days ago, obviously the former number 4 overall pick, and Austin Bryant today. Now, Austin Bryant's a much smaller signing. It's 1 year. It's almost certainly going to be around the minimum, probably $200,000 guaranteed. You can hold me accountable. I'm guessing $200,000 guaranteed. And, you know, it means there's no reason to freak out. A lot of people are like, oh my God, he's injury prone. Oh my God, only 4.5 career sacks. All of them came 2 seasons ago. Guys, who cares? It's a low-risk signing. The 49ers still have 27 roster spots. This is what the 90-man roster is all about. You give Chris Kasarik fuel. And guess what? Chris Kasarik this year, I mean, he's an awesome defensive line coach. He makes these kind of guys work, right? But this year, he gets to plug them into lineups that are going to include both Nick Bosa and Javon Hargrave. Those are 2 rising tides that are going to lift all boats. I don't care if Austin Bryant only had 4.5 sacks with Detroit. If he can stay healthy with the 49ers and it's worth the bet at a minimum salary, then he's going to be better playing next to Nick Bosa, Javon Hargrave, and other players. You know, Javon Kinlaw is going to be better if he could stay healthy too. So that's the way that the 49ers are looking at this defensive line and the 2 Clemson signings, Ferrell and Austin Bryant. Yes, they're underwhelming in their previous stops, but the 49ers invested a ton of money in Javon Hargrave. They've obviously, you know, invested a ton of draft capital in Nick Bosa. They're going to invest a ton of money in him later this offseason as far as an extension goes. But when you spend that much money on 2 premier pieces at end and tackle, you're counting on them to make everybody around them better because they're going to be drawing offensive attention, double teams, all that good stuff. I guarantee you that Clelin Ferrell and Austin Bryant signed today are going to be working with the most space they've ever worked with at the NFL level. It might remind them of their college days back in Clemson. And hey, like I said earlier today, those 2 guys, Ferrell and Bryant, they won a national title together at Levi Stadium against Alabama a few years ago. So maybe getting to play next to Bosa and Hargrave with Chris Kasarik coaching them, maybe it'll be some deja vu to the college days. That is the 49ers plan.